everyone, Amy here. Today is a Manuscript Monday, which is where I talk about the current book I'm writing and what happened over the previous week, about what I wrote. So I'm working on the last book of the Yakuza series, which is the Flowers of Flesh and Blood. It took me a second with this time. I'm getting so used to saying the old one, but it's the new one. I'm on the new one. So last week I finished the rough draft, and then I started to take a few days off. I took like 3 days off, and I read so many books. And then another part of me is like, now you have all these Emma reviews to do, Amy. And I'm like, great, look at me give myself more work to do. Oh, that's okay. But then I started back on writing the draft. I just had 3 days off. I'm fine with that. I was really just so happy. I remember someone was talking about like when you write 5,000 words a day, you suddenly surround yourself with your story, and like that didn't happen to me. So I was kind of sad. I'm like, maybe because I didn't spend, like I only spent a week writing it and not 2 weeks writing it. But I think when I edit, I get really much into the world. So I've been thinking about that, and it makes me happy that I'm now like into the zone. So main thing I'm gonna chat about is my intro. So in my rough draft, which is obviously a rough draft, I had this like long page, maybe page and a half description of Aki getting like the perfect tea for now, and opening it up and sniffing the tea and describing what the tea looks like and preparing the tea. And I found it amazing because I love tea so much, and this is something I do like practically every day is, you know, picking the right tea for the day, and here is my character getting to do that too in he places. But when I got to it, and so I was done with my like rough draft mode, and now I'm in like editor Amy mode. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this isn't gonna work. No one, Amy, no one's gonna want to read a page and a half description of tea. This isn't Marcel Proust. You're not going to do anything. So I'm like, okay, well maybe let me stick like a paragraph. This is like, no. And my rough draft, like 3 pages in, Kota, who is Nao's bodyguard, and they had a little bit more of a friendship between him and Aki that happened during the last book, but they're still kind of on like, you're kind of annoying, but I guess you're not so bad terms. And he comes in and he makes a lewd joke, and Aki's just like, oh my, this is so annoying, but you did something that I wanted to do, because he cut off his hair and dyed it red, and now he doesn't look like Nao's like dead lover that he's convinced himself is, you know, that he has to compete with this basically walking ghost of Nao's love of his life, and he's like, I want to be Nao's love of his life. So having this constant reminder there is annoying. So he's extremely happy that, you know, Kota like cut his hair and doesn't look like him anymore. So that was a victory for him, and I'm sitting there going, but my poor page and a half description of tea. So I'm trying to find ways to like, we could do a little bit here, and here's a paragraph, and then you can get interrupted, and then this, and it's a lot of trying to figure out like what to put in, because it is the first start, and I try to make it so each book can be read by itself. So it's trying to figure out like what is important to put at the beginning without information overload, and remembering that lots of people don't want to have a giant description of tea. So I think I found the right balance. I'm not exactly at the part, because I always forget that it takes longer to do the first chapter, because, you know, I'm worried about making it really, really good. So right now, Aki is still trying to prepare tea, but keeps on getting interrupted all the time by all these people, and all Aki wants to do is make tea. So subscribe, that way you keep up, and you can see if next week if Aki finally makes tea and what happens with the tea, because it is not very good. The tea, you know, there's something extra put into that tea that Aki didn't know that is going to be the inciting incident of my book, which I am so happy about. But that's it for you guys. Stay tuned to figure out what's in the tea. Subscribe, maybe tell me what your favorite tea is, or if you wouldn't mind long descriptions of tea. I know I wouldn't so much. I remember Proust's description of dripping his Madeleine into a cup of tea, and that's how we got like half of In Search of Lost Time, guys. But that's it, guys. Until next time, bye bye.